Anthropic just dropped Claude 3.7 Sonnet, and they've done something pretty clever. They have packed both a standard LLM and a reasoning powerhouse into a single model. And get this, it's crushing benchmarks left and right, especially for coding and complex reasoning. But is it worth the hype? Let's find out. So what's the big deal with this release? Claude 3.7 Sonnet introduces what Anthropic calls extended thinking or reasoning mode. Sound familiar? It's what we've seen in DeepSeek and OpenAI's O3 models. Here's where it gets interesting though. Unlike OpenAI, which makes you switch between different models for different tasks, Anthropic gives you one model with a toggle. And the results speak for themselves. Claude 3.7 Sonnet is now the state-of-the-art on software engineering benchmark, which tests how well AI can solve real-world software problems. We're talking about fixing bugs, implementing features, and writing tests. But benchmarks are one thing. Real-world performance is another. So I put Sonnet 3.7 to the test and asked it to create a hangman game from scratch. What it delivered was honestly impressive. Not just functional code, but a complete React implementation with thoughtful UI details. We're talking color-coded buttons for guest letters, a stick figure with facial expressions that change based on game state, and a visually appealing game over screen with a play again button. I gave the exact same prompt to OpenAI's O3 Mini High for comparison. The difference was striking. While O3 did produce a working game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, it lacked the visual polish and attention to detail. No facial expressions on the hangman character, basic styling, and just an alert pop-up for game over. It worked, but it lacked imagination. Alongside the model release, Anthropic introduced something potentially game-changing for developers: Claude Code. This is a command line tool that lets you delegate coding tasks directly to Claude from your terminal. Right now, it's only available as a limited research preview, but the implications are huge. Instead of juggling with copy and paste between a chat interface and your code editor, you can have Claude work within your development environment. Think of it as having a senior developer at your fingertips, helping with everything from boilerplate code to complex implementations. Claude 3.7 Sonnet shines at complex reasoning and generating code for standard patterns. It has its blind spots. For one, its knowledge cutoff is October 2024, which means it's clueless about the very latest frameworks or language features. And let's talk about cost. At $15 per million output tokens, it's significantly more expensive than models like DeepSeek. Additionally, while the reasoning mode is impressive, it still struggles with truly complex coding problems that require deep domain knowledge or intricate architecture decisions. We're living in an incredible time for AI. The market is more competitive than ever, and each model has its strengths. Claude 3.7 Sonnet looks particularly promising for developers, researchers, and analysts who need that extra reasoning power for complex tasks. Have you tried Claude 3.7 Sonnet yet? Drop your experiences in the comments. I'm especially curious if any developers have found cool use cases for Claude Code. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tech breakdowns.